You are regularly following all the discussions in the YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. So initially it will be the Rabindic value orientation. So there you have to write down what is called the value. What do you mean by the human value, etc. After that, you have to go to the Rabindic value orientation. Whatever the description you have written, that is okay. And next, you have to write the principal component analysis. And there you will mention that principal component analysis is the multivariate statistics. So multivariate statistics refers to such and such. Usefulness of multivariate statistics for explaining the complex data. What is the role of multivariate statistics and why you have used the principal component analysis? What is the purpose of principal component analysis? At least short background about the principal component analysis. After that, you will write down the your objective of the study. You can give your rationality. That is why you are interested for the comparison between India and Bangladesh. The reason will be the human value differs by the culture, by the nationality. Therefore, I am interested to examine the difference between India and Bangladesh. In this manner, you have to justify. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because culture plays critical role for the value differences. So you want to know whether there is any value differences between the two cultures, between the two countries or not. That is your objective. In the literature, you will find many things, but after that, you have to write that this is my purpose to examine the value differences between India and Bangladesh. If there is any research on the Indian value system, you can add. If there is any research on Bangladesh value system. Hamida madam, is there any research?
Sure, there are some, but my topic, value system Bangladesh and India, my topic is different, so there's sex differences, like gender differences.
Yeah, that I understand. No, my point that is, I think there are a lot of researches on
Yeah, there are
in
a lot
Bangladesh.
of researches in Bangladesh. Yes, sir.
Yeah, on the human value system. So if there are some studies, then you can add it in your literature review. That will help.
Yeah.
Similarly, Indian study, there are a lot of studies on the human values in India. Professor Chakraborty has done some research. Uday Parikh, they are the stalwarts of psychology. They have done some researches.
Right, sir.
You can add them. If you go to the Google Scholar, you may find out some of the researches.
Yes, sir. We can write little small paragraph on a
small paragraph.
But sir, we have word limits, so we cannot make it.
Yeah. You have the word limits. You have to follow the word limits. Because it is not your doctoral dissertation, it is the training part of the certificate course.
In my case also, sir, after gender, talking about gender difference and what any research related to that, I
Yeah.
can also write a small paragraph about culture differences, gender differences in different cultures, and then I can come to
Yeah, so that you can justify that is
right.
why you have done this type of research.
Right.
And you must be very much clear about the multivariate statistics, because in the Viva, whoever will be the expert, this question he or she will ask you. That is, what is multivariate statistics? What is the purpose of multivariate statistics? And you have done the PCA. So what is PCA?
Yes, sir. At this age,
Yeah.
standard fiber, I am panicking, sir.
No, this is very common question.
Right, sir.
It's a very common question. When you will write down, then automatically you will think that is, I have to write this thing. I have to write this thing. One can ask you this question, that is, what is the purpose of factor score? What is the difference between score, assessment score, and the factor score? Why are you interested for the factor score? You have multiplied. Why you are multiplying? What is the reason for multiplication? Okay, Amit. So please you modify
Yes, sir.
whatever you have done. And the
Yes.
method distribution of the participants, only the participants. You will write down the participants, their age range, their average age, and the standard deviation. You have not mentioned the standard deviation. Their diverse background in terms of religion, caste, language, and native places. Out of the 148 patients, 61. But you have not mentioned how many Indian and how many Bangladesh.
Right. And also, sir, when we are writing about participants, we can also talk about their education and other demographic information.
Other demographic, if you have that information.
Right.
So you have to add them. That will be in percentage, frequency and percentage. How many people are Bangladesh? How many people are from India? And if you find the religion, caste, language, etc., then you have to mention. What you have written, one participant chose to not reveal their gender.
Where it is written?
One of the participant in the Excel file is gender, sir. She has not mentioned the gender.
That could be missing information, right? I mean, we don't know willingly or unwillingly.
But I think you have seen their name. Name is there. So based upon that, you can write down the gender.
Okay, sir.
Because you have written that is 148 participants. 61 participants were male and 86 participants were female.
That is 147, sir.
So if the name is there, then you can identify.
Okay, sir, I will see, sir. Sir, name is not there, sir, in this file.
Hello, Farah, who has given this data?
Sir, I don't know, sir. Let me check. Yes, sir, but he is right. One of the participants has not given, not filled up his gender.
Yeah, but I was thinking probably she or he missed it because we do not have any code for not willing to.
He or she is from Bangladeshi. I am saying that thing.
And like it is there, we do not have any
Senior research officer.
Can you
Yes,
tell?
it is Famita's ma'am data. Famita
Yeah.
ma'am,
Yes.
Bangladeshi 32.
Yeah, Bangladeshi 32. Can you please tell me the name? I think it is.
Name is not there. Gender is not there. Let me see again.
But post is but his position is senior research associate. Senior research officer. Her name is or his name is.
Okay, probably she wanted
senior research officer. Yes, her her job, her title of the job, whatever work she's doing.
Okay, actually she wanted to keep her identity anonymous. That's why. Yeah,
It means it is she.
Yes, is she? I mean, what is the gender, ma'am? That we do not know. Whether that person is he or she. I mean, we do not know because only age is there and role is there. And experience, other things are there. So that means, ma'am, Amit can write this, na, in that.
Like
right?
she was not.
Because
it
it is
her
not enough.
identity. I mean,
yeah,
identity as a whole, name and gender.
correct. Yes.
In our research, it is written like this only, I think.
So what is the final result? Male or
Sir,
female?
It is female.
It is female, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Then you can write down 87.
I know her. So she said that I haven't mentioned my name.
Okay.
I am also writing it female.
Okay, because you have written now out of 148 participants, 61 participants were male and 86 participants were female. So total is 147.
Right.
Then one participant chose to not reveal their gender.
We have to mention it. In
so
the
if
paper.
it is female, then you can think about the 87, then your problem will be over. Otherwise, the examiner can ask you this question. You are the researcher. You have no idea from whom you have collected the data. At least I will ask this question to you.
Sir,
it will be my fault.
It was like that something she was this questionnaires were circulated among them. But among whom, that we know. But like how they
So
filled
that
up.
is your responsibility, na? As a researcher, your responsibility to check all the data.
Mhm.
It is your responsibility. If you write down that is no one participant chose not to reveal their gender, then examiner can ask you this question to you.
Right. If we write like this, yes, examiner can ask.
Unnecessary, you are inviting some question.
Exactly. Mhm.
Unnecessary.
Correct.
And whatever the answer will be, examiner will take you in different way. Because you are the researcher, it is your function.
Sir, I have a question.
Sure.
Sir, if the if it is a definite important definitely important demographic component is the matter is gender, what is male or female, but in other demographic issues, important cases, should we have to mention it anytime in the paper? The party, some of participants are not willing to give this information.
No, if you find out that is more number of people, they are not willing,
Yes.
then you have to give adequate justification.
Okay.
But if only one participants,
Then I have to
then
ignore it.
automatically the question will come to you.
Yes, yes, I understand, sir.
What question can be asked, sir?
The question will be only one participant chose to not reveal their gender. What is the underlying reason?
Not only gender, sir, actually name and sex she omitted probably for privacy.
Yeah, have you checked ever after collection of the data? Have you checked?
No, sir. I sent all the data. It when they sent it, got collected in the Google, and I sent as a whole the thing. I didn't check.
That I understand. Examiner can understand same thing. But examiner will ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Because you are inviting unnecessary question to you. The function of examiner is to get as much as possible whether you have understood the reasons or not. Because later on you will show that is you were have the certificate on multivariate statistics. That means you know how to collect the data. Acha, there will be the two instruments. Instruments will be the two. Instrument 1 and instrument 2. First one will be the interview schedule or the demographic information schedule. Another will be the rating scale.
So, can you repeat, sir?
Under the instrument heading, there will be two instruments. One will be the information schedule and second will be the rating scale.
Why we are taking these two part? Because in all scale we add that demographic info. So it is mandatory
Because
now.
the two things are different, na? First one will be your information schedule, and
Okay.
information schedule has something, the demographic information, the age, education, religion, and whatever the things you have mentioned in the participants paragraph, that will be in the information schedule. And the second one will be the Rabindric value preference scale.
Okay. Okay.
And also the number of items. The domains are self-awakening, emotional control. So total 70 item scale, na ita?
Yes, sir.
So we have to write down, it is a 70 item scale. To measure
Sir,
the
is the
14 values, and each value is measured with the 5 items. So total will be the 70 items. Procedure of data collection, questionnaire was floated. Oh God. If you use this term, then it will be in very odd situation. Questionnaire was floated on the Google Form platform. And
বেশে
after
বেশে
consent,
এসেছিল।
so this is not the floated.
It can it be written shared?
Yeah, because you know the person. It is
Yes.
not the floated. You know the person. After the consent, you have sent the Google form.
Yeah.
It is not that is you have floated in the Facebook, in Instagram,
Yeah.
and all the things, and whatever the data you got, and then you are doing. Is it like that? This is not the
Amit
way, na?
Amita is hearing. It's very much important for him.
Hello, Amit.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This floated term will not be there. You have to first you have to take the consent. After that, you have sent the Google form. And you have not mentioned your inclusion exclusion criteria. You have to mention the inclusion and exclusion criteria for participant selection. This is vital.
Sir, in my sense, I will write it in hello.
Yes, yes.
In my sense, I can write it. Can I write it? In my circle, I chose the people who are between whose age is between 20 to 50.
Yeah, that you
And
can. So what is your inclusion criteria? What is your exclusion criteria? For example, the people who are suffering from psychiatric disorder, have you administered this question to them? No. Another thing that is uh, this questionnaire is in English. Therefore, that is the participants
should have understood the
who have
English
no
version.
idea about how the English. That is your
Hmm.
exclusion criteria. So you
Okay.
have to mention the inclusion and exclusion criteria.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
This is very important. When you are writing the participants, then you have to justify how you have collected the data.
Farah ma'am, are we recording the class?
Yeah,
Yes,
class is
ma'am.
recorded. And the procedure of data collection, then that will be at that time. That is, you have established the report and you have taken the consent. After that, you have sent the Google form.
Toton?
Then procedure of data collection. After that, what instruction you have given? You have not mentioned your instruction. You have written the Google form. But Google form is not the instruction. What was the instruction that should be in the procedure of data collection? And what precautions you have maintained?
Sir, can it be written in this way? I have
Initially, report was establishment, and
okay.
after getting the consent, then I have submitted the Google form to the participant with the following instruction. Then you have to write down the instruction. Okay.
Sir, is it need to say how much time, approximate time it needs?
Definitely.
যেমন আমি বলেছিলাম আমার পার্টিসিপেন্টদের যে তোমার এটা করতে মিনিমাম 20 থেকে 30 মিনিট লাগতে পারে। সো এটা কি প্রসিডিউর অফ ডেটা কালেকশনে আমার উল্লেখ করতে হবে?
Definitely.
ওকে স্যার।
Chapter 4 is the results, descriptive statistics. But you have started aim was to do the principal component analysis in the Rabindic value of the PCA differs between India, and there were 70 items. For each domain, 5 items. Table 1 shows each variable, highlighting the distribution. No, descriptive statistics. You have to tell what is descriptive statistics. After that, you have to mention this is the table and this is the distribution. You have to interpret your descriptive statistics. Okay. So aim was to do the PCA. This is not appropriate. You have started the result. 4.1 descriptive statistics. What is descriptive statistics?
There's the frequency distribution of.
No, you are not studying the frequency distribution. You are studying the central tendency and variability.
Yes, sir. Frequency distribution. Then all that are included in descriptive statistics, like central tendency.
It is not the categorical data.
Right, sir. But like
Okay.
there are
for gender,
central tendencies.
Gender,
are,
yes.
yeah.
For the gender, you have done the frequency distribution. That is okay. But you have to write something.
Yeah, gender and also country and some of the other icons.
But here, particularly descriptive statistics will be on the Ravindric values.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir.
Because that part is already over in case of the participant. Description of the participant, there you have used the how many people are there, the percentage, etc. But not here. Here, yes, descriptive statistics means central tendency and variability.
Right, sir. That's why I became confused, because in the participant section, we have we are planning to elaborate all the details about the participants. But and here then it will be repetition. If we
here descriptive statistics is 14 values, and their mean SD and item total correlation coefficient, significance level.
So we have to narrate, sir, each and every value for all the 14 items.
Yeah, the 14 items will be there.
So they are shown in the table.
Items, central tendency, 14 items. Central tendency means mean, standard deviation, and the Cronbach's alpha, skewness,
The other
Cartesian. Yeah, that you can. But your variable, that will not be the middle alignment. It will be the left alignment. This one is the, okay. Median is not required.
No, sir, actually in the writing work, do we have to narrate this for self-awakening? The mean and standard deviation was like this, for emotional control like this.
You have written the skewness, standard deviation, other things you have written.
No, sir. Actually, I have just reference to the table. Do I have to write? Do I have to write in narrative form?
Yeah, if you write down median, mean, SD, and median, then you have to write down the
দাদার
deviation.
প্রশ্নটা ছিল এই যে 14টা ভ্যালু, এই 14টা ভ্যালু আমরা মানে ইন্ট্রোডাকশনে আলাদা করে স্পেসিফিক করে ব্যাখ্যা করব কিনা?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, অবশ্যই তোমাকে তো ডেসক্রাইব করতে হবে। You have to describe, because each value includes 5 items. Rating scale also the 5. So here you can, based upon that, you can easily tell that is which value is they are giving more importance and which value relatively least importance. That you can tell.
Sir, in mean SD, we can write mean SD together and median and interquartile range together, right, sir? Not
Mean SD,
different
skewness,
columns.
Cartesian, that is okay. Median is not very important here.
Right, yeah.
If you write down median, then you have to write down the median dispersion.
Median plus interquartile range along with
median dispersion is available. Art Studio. That is not your part. You will focus on this part. Here you can find out maximum importance giving on the self-understanding. Another one is the resolute. The next one is the active, or freedom from failure, etc. So that is the based upon the mean, you can interpret the data. And standard deviation, you can find out where the variability is less. For example, 2.48 is the variability in case of the doubtless. What other variability is high? Item total correlation, how do you write down 0.79? Because you have the 5 items. So there will be for each domain, 5 item total correlation will be there. So item total correlation cannot be 0.79. Understand my point?
Sir, actually, we have calculated like that only, na, sir. In the Excel file also, it has been given like that only.
No. There are 5 items. Each item is correlated with the total score.
Yeah.
Then there will be the 5 item total correlation. Cronbach's alpha, that will be your total. That is the domain-wise score. So that is okay, 0.8. But if you write down item total correlation 0.79, then it creates confusion.
Sir, you are talking about the 5 items internal correlation.
Yeah,
But it,
for each item, for example, self-awakening is measured with 5 items. Then item total correlation will be 5.
Yes.
You cannot write down 0.79. Or you can do the only thing that is the median item total correlation. If you write down, then that is possible. So these 5 items and what is the median. So you have written the median item total correlation.
okay, sir, I will write median.
But you have to check.
Actually, these are I think this is calculated in the Excel file according to that only 5 values only. The median is only not
No,
written.
this is not the Excel. This is through the Art Studio.
Yes, sir, through the R Studio only.
Yeah. So how do you say that it is by Excel?
No, in Excel file, that is copy pasted, na sir? I think during our R Studio work.
Please find out your logic. It is not sad you have told. It is your logic. The 5 items are there and you are writing item total correlation is only 1. Automatically, examiner can ask you this question. How is it possible? Is it mean or median? And you are writing freedom from failure is 0.76, whereas the alpha value is 0.63. Why there is dispersion? You just find out cleanliness. Item total correlation 0.66, whereas alpha value 0.84. So for the journal editor, will throw away this paper. Go below. Because you are not writing anything, na? That is the main problem. You are just showing, but you are not describing. After item analysis, what is the item analysis? Item analysis, item total correlation estimation, and Cronbach's alpha calculation. You have to justify adequately. How do you interpret the data? Cronbach's alpha you have not interpreted. Alpha for most of the domains reached an acceptable reliability and after adjusting for reverse rating items. In description of the questionnaire, you have not mentioned that is there are reverse items. You have to write it in the description.
Sir, I have a question.
Sure.
Sir, in my research project in my 4th year research project, when I after drawing the table, after placing the table in my paper, I describe the everything in the table in written. Is it needed here? As like
Table
as like
should
the
be interpreted.
yes, sir.
table should be interpreted. That is, what is the maximum convex alpha, what is the low convex alpha, what are the underlying reasons.
Yes. Maybe here it is missing.
Yeah, so that part is vital. Otherwise, people will tell that is whatever you study, that is not at all scientific, what Para has told me in the morning. Right, Para?
Yes.
Para has told you people are collecting the data and you are submitting to the journal, you are paying the amount and your paper published. Is it a scientific approach?
No.
Then, so where lies the science?
Science lies in the description of the situation.
You have to interpret.
Yes.
Interpretation that should be scientific. Okay, after that, principal component analysis. Varimax rotation, but you have not mentioned what is principal. Okay, you will, maybe the Varimax rotation, it gave three components, RC1, RC2, and RC3. What is this? People can ask you this question now. What do you mean by the RC1, RC2, RC3? Maximum
RC?
loading in the first component in describing order was found in self-understanding residue, active, freedom from failure, challenging, systematic, self-awakening. But you have not mentioned the loadings. You have to mention the loadings. So
What is actually the
self-understanding,
loadings?
after that, you have to, in bracket, you have to write down the loadings. Resolute, active, whatever the things you have written, the first component is related to personal strength and resilience. The maximum loading in the second component were found in emotional control, non-self-offending. But you have to mention the loadings. RC3 loaded on doubtless items heavily, and the dimensions was defined in certainty or confidence. These three components account for 67% of the total variance, indicating a strong overall fit. The eigenvalues for RC1, RC2, and RC3. You have mentioned the factor name. After that, you are still writing RC1, RC2, RC3. This is irrelevant. No? The high communalities indicate what is the high communalities, where it is, what is the value. Indicate that they explain a significant portion of the variance in most items, meaning that the identified factors are well represented in the data. RMSAR, what is RMSAR? And off-diagonal values, you have to write down the full name. Acronym, please do not use. Self-diagnosed values represent the strong and fit model. The components are distinct and meaningful and interpret the traits measured by scale. Then you go below. It is the R output. You have written the call principle. So that is not the table. No? That is your command. That will be in the appendix section. systematic, non-self-appending, fearless. You have to define all of them. Go below.
What defines, sir?
You have to define RC1, RC2, RC3. You have written RC1, RC3, RC2. First, you have to write down what is the name you have mentioned. That
So
is
in the
the key strength and resilience. That is the RC1 and RC2, whatever you have mentioned. RC3.
so in the table also I have to replace the RC1 name with the
Yeah, definitely. Because we have given the factor name. And what is the score? Factor score?
or that is yet to be done, sir.
That is the overall estimate distribution of factor score.
So
How
that
you
I
have
will
calculated the factor score? You have to mention what is factor score, how you have calculated the factor score. All those things you have to mention. Then result based upon the objective, whatever your objective and the result. Okay.
okay, sir.
So be very systematic, very systematic. This is science. Science means you must be very systematic in nature. Otherwise, you cannot be considered as scientist. Okay, Famida madam, this is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir. Very
Kobita?
helpful.
Hello, Kobita. Now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All the steps please follow
Right.
carefully. Then you will learn something. Nobody will teach you in this way. Okay. Whatever you have learned from me. There is one international conference that will be held in Dhaka. So you can present this paper there. Mamita madam.
Yes, sir.
And Rafi, you can present this paper in the international conference that will be held in Department of
Okay, sir.
Psychology, Dhaka.
Okay,
Dhaka
sir.
University.
Yes, sir.
You can write our name and this RPRIT name.
Yeah, Rafi,
so
you
that
can
the
present
paper
that,
will be
sir.
good one.
Okay, sir. After preparing it, I
Hmm.
will share with the Kamal sir.
Yeah, first you send me. After that, I will check and then you send it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Obviously.
be systematic, huh?
Yes, sir.
So may I close this session now? Okay, best wishes to all of you.